In today's episode, I am sharing with you what are the 10 aspects of your life, as well as a little something that we have created just for you. So stay tuned and watch. This is Alexandra Villarroel Abrego, and I welcome you to another episode of Alexandra TV. Now, today's episode is about the 10 aspects of your life. This is a concept that I started to use in my coaching sessions from the beginning, really. From I think the first coaching session that I ever did back in 2009, I was using this exercise with my students. So it's something that I've done for over a decade now. And in today's video, I'm gonna share this with you. Now, before I get started with that, make sure you go and download your posters of the A.V.A pyramid and of the A.V.A wheel of the year. These are free. You can download them, you can print them if you want, and like that, you get to always see where you're at on your level of growth, on your level of personal and professional development. There are 10 aspects in your life. There are 10 aspects in your life, in my life, in everyone's life. And these 10 aspects, let's say, imagine if they each were worth 10 points, that would make a total for 100, right? So this exercise of the 10 aspects, what you basically do, and what I want us to do together now, is that I want you to evaluate each aspect as I share them with you and give yourself a mark from 0 to 10. 0, of course, being the worst of the worst, like really things are bad when it comes to this aspect, and 10 being the best of the best, obviously. At the end of the exercise, you get to calculate your total on 100, and then you have a percentage for your life. You get to see what is the percentage of your life, and especially you get to see what you need to work on. As I said, when I first started doing coaching, that was one of the first things that I ever did with my students. And I know that it has helped them tremendously. And then, as sessions would progress, eventually after 3 months, we would do it again. After 6 months, we would do it again. And we would get to see, the improvement that they would do for each and every aspects of their life. So without any further ado, let's begin evaluating your life. Make sure you grab a pen and a paper. And as I say each and every aspect, well, give yourself a mark from 0 to 10. Let's begin. The first aspect is the aspect of your physical health. Your physical health is basically what you see in the mirror. When you look at yourself, do you feel like you look physically healthy? But also it's the insides, right? So do you have a lot of energy? Are your bones working well? Is your, your heart working well? All of these things are very important. So when it comes to your physical health, from 0 to 10, what would be your mark? If you say 0, that's a little exaggerated, right? Because 0 would mean that right now you're in a hospital bed, right? And things are not going good. 10, it means that you're at the maximum potential of your physical health. So in between those, what would it be? The second aspect of your life is emotional health. Now, this is your ability to master your emotions. Can you master your emotions, or do you let your emotions master your life? If it's 0, it means that you are maybe sometimes hysteric. It means that perhaps you feel a little bit depressed. Maybe you feel anxious. A 10 would mean that no, you know how to master your emotions and you are the master of how you feel. The third aspect is the aspect of spirituality. Now, spirituality doesn't necessarily need to be, religion. A lot of people think it's the same thing, but it's not. It can be very different. A lot of people experience their spirituality through religion, others don't. Spirituality is just believing in something that is greater than you. And something, of course, that doesn't harm other people, So it could be nature, it could be you believe in the energies of the world, you believe in the universe, or it can be you believe in a religion, So from 0 to 10, do you practice your spirituality? Do you feel spiritually connected? The next aspect of your life is the aspect of your love life. Right? So when it comes to love, how do you feel when it comes to that? Not only love in a relationship with someone, but also self-love, right? Do you feel like you love yourself enough? This is very important. So 0 would mean that you don't have anyone in your life, or maybe you have people in your life, but you just don't feel love in your life. You feel a lot of drama. You feel pain, you feel fear, and maybe you don't even love yourself. A 10 would mean that you are in a healthy, beautiful relationship, and that you love yourself, you love the other person, you love life, and you just feel the energy of love all the time. So from 0 to 10, what would be your mark? The next aspect of your life is your social life. So when it comes to your social life, from 0 to 10, what would it be? Do you have people in your life that you can count on? And do you know that there's people that can count on you? Whether this be family, friends, it doesn't matter. Do you have a good social circle, right? So from 0 to 10, what would it be? The next aspect of your life is entertainment, or as I like to call it, recreation. Remember when we were kids, we had the little recreation time, in between classes, and we used to have fun and, just recreate. That's what it is. It's to recreate the creative energy that is within us. And very often nowadays, when we become adult, we kind of forget about this aspect, right? There's responsibilities, there's the bills to pay and the work and the kids and the family, and we just put aside entertainment and recreation. But it is a very important aspect of your life. So from 0 to 10, what do you give yourself? The next aspect is your career or ends business, really. So this one, from 0 to 10, let's say 0 would be that you don't have a career, you don't have a business, you don't know what you want to do, you don't know where to start, and you just spend your days not even looking for answers. You just like watching TV, or just try not to think about it. That would be a 0. Now, maybe a 5 would be that maybe you're starting a new business, right? And you're like on the path, but you're doing what you want to do, you're starting this journey. A 10 would be that you have maybe the career or the business of your dreams, and you feel so much passion for what you do, and you wake up every morning and you're excited to go to work. That would be a 10. So from 0 to 10, what do you give yourself? Finances is the next aspect. So finances, this is very interesting because people like to exaggerate this aspect very often. And again, I've been doing this for over a decade now, so I know how people mark themselves. So a 0 on 10 is a little bit of an exaggeration. I think that if you had 0 on 10, you wouldn't be watching this video, because you wouldn't have access to this video. You wouldn't have access to internet or a computer, right? So I don't think anyone here has a 0 on 10, but perhaps, it could start around 5, or, a 10 would be, of course, you have the finances that you've always wanted to have. You have reached the financial freedom and contribution that you've always wanted to have. The next aspect of your life is one that I think is probably one of the most important, because I've realized over the past decade that when you improve just this aspect, all the other aspects like this, they improve. It's really automatic, because this aspect is organization and time management. Think about it. If you're not organized, if you don't know how to manage your time, guess what? All of the other aspects of your life are going to be impacted. Your physical health, your relationships with others, your career and business, obviously, your entertainment. You won't have time to have entertainment. So it's very important to be organized and to have a good sense of time management. So from 0 to 10, how much do you give yourself? And then finally, the last but definitely not the least, is growth. Growth and learning. Now, a lot of people, once again, just like for the recreation one, they kind of neglect this aspect, right? They kind of forget about this aspect. You go to school, you go to high school, college, and university, and then you think you're done with learning. But no, learning is a continuous thing, something that you always have to work on. Now, because you're here watching Alexandra TV and you've made it till this point of the video, I think you have probably over like 5 on 10 for sure. Minimum would be 5, right? So from 5 to 10, how much do you give yourself? So these are the 10 aspects of your life. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to calculate your mark on 100. What is the percentage of your life right now? No matter how much you have at this moment, I don't want you to focus on that. I just want you to focus on the opportunity of growth, right? I want you to look at what aspects do you want to work on in the next few days, weeks, months, year, really, and start working on them. Because believe me, at this point, no matter what mark you have, now that you're aware of what needs, work, what needs attention, now you can start working on it, and believe me, your mark is going to improve. Now, to help you do this, as your coach, I decided to create a little something that is very, very fun. These right here represent the 10 aspects of your life. So here we have, let's say, spirituality. Here we have learning and growth. Here we have physical health, and so on. We have all the 10 aspects here. And I created these ones in virtual format, in format of GIFs or GIFs, whatever you want to call them, right? So what we decided to do is that I said, it's good to share with my students what are the different aspects. Wonderful. But now I want to create a tool that will help them be, accountable, and stay on the right track. So we created these GIFs. Now, here's how it works. Whenever you start working on one of these 10 aspects, so let's say you're working on your time management. So on, an evening, you start planning your week or your month or whatever, your day, take a picture of you doing it. Take a video of you doing it and use this GIF. You can just go on the GIF section of Instagram or Facebook and you search A.V.A coaching or even Alexandra Villarroel Abrego, and you will find these little beauties right here. And then you can, of course, tag me and share it, because I would love to see you working on yourself. If, let's say, you're working on your career or business, you have a meeting, right, for your business, then take a picture, take a little video and tag me on it and use this little GIF right here, 10 on 10. This is a great way not only to stay on the right track, but also it's kind of like a virtual journal that you're creating for yourself, a virtual diary, right? Where you get to see what are the aspects that you work on in the past few days, in the past few weeks, in the past few months. And like that, you can see, okay, what is next? What do I have to work on next? You know, what do I need to focus on next? So these are the little gifts that we create, and I hope you will be using them. So here it is. Here are the 10 aspects of your life. I hope you learned something, and I do hope that you will be using our beautiful little gifts. As I said, you can just go on Instagram, on Facebook, go in the gift section, you can search A.V.A coaching or even Alexandra Villarroel Abrego, and you will find these little beauties. And when you use them, make sure you tag me, because I want to see, you know, when you're working on the 10 aspects of your life. Also, in the comment section below, let me know which one of these 10 aspects do you need to work on the most. I would love to read from you. Make sure you share this video, make sure you like it, and of course, subscribe for new episodes every week here on Alexandra TV. So that is it for today, and I'll see you very soon.